Welcome to Your Powerful Legacy TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Kristina Kepperling and Rob Kepperling of Powerful Legacy Insurance and Financial Services. To our viewers at home, obviously, you know that when you're entering the retirement years, it's about income, because income is the outcome. And the more successful you are in gathering everything and making sure that you have a holistic retirement plan, the more successful your retirement will be. Rob, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Of course. And Kristina, how are you?
Wonderful. Great to be here with you always, Cynthia.
So great to be with you, my dear friend. And I'm so excited about today's show. It's an important one. We're going to take a look at when people have been able to work their entire lives and then save for their retirement years. Now, Kristina, one of the things that really sets you apart at Powerful Legacy is that you are actually a retirement income planner. One of the things that you specialize is making sure that people are going to be okay. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, and what does that truly mean to plan your income? It is planning the outcome, like Cynthia just said. And the number one risk and worry that people have for retirement is going to be running out of money. So what do we need to do to make sure that you're not going to run out of that income? When you turn off that paycheck that you've been earning for most of your adult life, it's very fearful that you're going to be able to continue that the rest of your life. So what steps do we need to take to make sure that you're going to have that income built? What does that look like? Well, we're going to start with just basically what is it that you need. And then I'm going to take it from there. I'm going to show you what's the best way to categorize your money to make sure that you have money for today, money that can grow, money for down the road. What is that going to look like for you?
Kristina, thank you so much. Rob, we're going to, for fun, just walk the people through what it feels like when they first walk into Powerful Legacy. I'd love to paint a really accurate picture of what they can expect when they come in for the very first time.
Absolutely. Well, let's start with the phone call. So why don't we go ahead and get that out of the way? Just pick up your phone right now. Call 877-893-5099. You're going to get a live professional on the phone that is very, very concerned about scheduling you the right time and the right day to get you in for a complimentary retirement review. Now, with that said, after that is set, you're going to get a call the very next business day from Christy. She's going to confirm your appointment, see if you have any questions whatsoever, and then you're going to get an email the same day, giving you our address, our phone numbers, all our contact information, what to bring. Now, we want to be mindful of your time as well, right? Time is very important to everyone. So if you want to send us those documents that we're requesting ahead of time, we will get working on your plan before you set the first foot in our door. And we're very happy to do so.
I love that. Thank you for putting some light on that for people that call in right now. But what about when they get in their car and they drive to the parking lot, they're walking through the front door? What does that experience feel like?
So you're going to notice the pride we take in our office. It's very clean. It's very just well put together. Everything designed in there was designed for a reason by such a wonderful person. Kristina put everything together. She has a very specific view of the way things should be, and you're going to notice that when you walk in the door. You're going to be greeted.
It's different.
It is different, yes,
Beautiful.
and it's beautiful. She's done a fantastic job on this. Christy's going to greet you along with Zeus. Zeus is our office furry friend.
Yay!
So let's talk about Zeus for a little bit, right? He's our dog.
Man, he's 10 years old this year.
He is.
Oh,
He's so precious.
he is.
What we haven't talked about is a few years ago, we came home from work one day. He didn't typically come to work with us. Two dogs greeted us at the front door, and Zeus was nowhere to be found. He's usually the first one there. So we went upstairs to find him laying down, and he couldn't move. He was fully paralyzed.
Oh.
Which was, this is a small Shih Tzu dog. He is incredible. And I wasn't even a small dog person. So we were scared. We rushed him to the vet's office. They couldn't do anything. They said there's probably not a good chance for him. They brought in a surgeon from somewhere else to perform the surgery. Even the surgeon didn't know what was going to go on. He said, time's going to tell, right? Is he going to walk again? We don't know. So we brought him in, and we had to help him use the restroom. He had to stay confined in a small crate. And this went on for a long time. And everybody that came in got to meet Zeus and kind of lift up his spirits. And after several months, he began to be able to limp around and walk. And so we started showing life and doing more things and excitement and getting back into it. So people started really enjoying seeing him in the office.
Yes.
And they didn't want to see him leave. They didn't want to see him go back home. And we didn't either. We've grown accustomed to him. So over the course of a year and a half, it took him to get about 95%. That's as far as he's going to get. Now you'll notice his butt will wag a little bit harder, and he'll walk a little sideways, but we're good with that. I mean, that's why he stays in there with us, because like Kristina says, you know, dogs have a special place in our heart. And if you don't believe that, spell it backwards.
Absolutely.
That's where all the treats are too. He knows.
Well, speaking of treats, we keep snacks and waters and drinks and stuff for people, because we know
The
after a
best coffee
long
bar.
day, there's tons of stuff there, because at the end of a long day, you may have missed your opportunity to eat lunch or whatever it may be. You may want some hydration just to get you up to speed, up your energy, because your appointment's going to last about 45 minutes to an hour and a half.
Okay.
So it depends on how complex your puzzle is. We take that and then we gather a lot of information. And this information is very comprehensive. And we've got a form here. Folks, we don't sit there with a computer in front of you and sit there and punch things into the computer. We don't really like that. We think that's informal. We do have a sheet that continues to grow because we continue to learn things about people that we need to add to this list.
Yeah.
What we do in the office is more than money. It's more than your retirement. It takes in all aspects of your life. So gathering this information is very important.
Absolutely.
And it's easy.
Yes.
It's very easy. That's one thing that I hear people say all the time is, this was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be very difficult. I had no idea what to get together. We make it as easy as possible from the moment the phone is picked up to we're doing a review and things are taken care of. We're not for everyone, that's for sure. We're very, very different. The first thing I will say right out of the gate is numbers don't lie, and I love numbers. So when I can make numbers work, make sure that things are going to be okay for the rest of someone's life, that's my favorite part of the puzzle, is just making sure that those numbers are all good. And some people don't prefer a firm that the attention is going to be the same way that we are, a little bit more disconnected. So, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But, you know, when I think about my little dog and everything that he went through and the way that he's literally become the mascot, if you will. He even has his own phone line on the list.
Aww.
And when it's called, it's 𝗴𝗂𝗚𝗬𝗱 bark. It's so cute. And
Love it.
that would be Maria. She's so fun. But when I think about him being there, you know, he's such a great part of my life, and so many people relate to that because you probably have a little furry companion too. Maybe not necessarily a dog, but a little furry companion that you love very much. And when you see that unconditional love from that little companion, you can also see the unconditional love and care that we give to our clients.
I love that. And Kristina, is there a common question that people have when they come in for the first time?
That's a loaded one. I wasn't expecting that. The most common concern, if you will, is running out of money. But right this moment, the most common question is, what are my taxes going to be? People are really worried about taxes because for most of us, we've saved a lot of pre-tax money in like a 401k in your group plan. And so you know, when it comes time for you to retire, those taxes are going to be due. Did you know, depending on the way you withdraw from your retirement account, it could affect taxes on Social Security in retirement as well? I help you with that balance. That's a really big deal.
Absolutely. And Kristina, you have a very special message to our viewers at home today. Let's talk about what that is before we open up for a commercial.
Yes, we do. Folks, I know that there are a lot of shows that you could be watching, so thank you for spending time with us. I hope that you learned something valuable, but more than anything, I hope that you're able to see that you're not alone. There is someone out there that's thinking about all of the same worries and how to resolve them, and we have those answers for you. We may not be able to give you every answer right up front because sometimes we have to do diligence with other powerful partners, but we are going to see what we can do to help you. Give us a call. We'd love to bless you with some of our time. The number's on the screen, or there's a QR code. You can jump onto yourpowerfullegacy.com. Many ways to get a hold of us. Come in and see us. Grab you a cup of coffee. It is Kentucky, so we do have bourbon, a little bit of wine too, of course. So we want to make sure for those really difficult financial plans, we have some reinforcement. Just teasing, sort of. And so we want to make sure that we're giving you exactly what you need. That's what that's for. So complimentary review for some people, it'll be a second opinion, but let's get your written financial plan today.
Kristina, thank you so much. And Rob, thank you so much. To our viewers at home, that number to call is on your screen, 877-893-5099. You've worked your entire life to get to the retirement years, and you deserve to have peace of mind in your retirement. Call in for that complimentary written plan today, 877-893-5099. We're going to take a very short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We have so much more with Kristina and Rob when we return.
Property and casualty insurance is how I really got started. I was supposed to go to law school and be an attorney, and I'm so glad I did not take that road. But when I think about what is it that really led me to honing in on this craft of retirement planning, my grandparents had a major loss back in 2008. I watched what happened with the market and how it affected their retirement plan, and they were not able to retire how and when they wanted to. It automatically just pushed me in a natural direction of trying to protect people in a whole other way. It's been something that I've been working on for several years. Anyone who is starting their own business has to be about halfway crazy because it is such a huge risk. I mean, you risk everything. And I went from having steady W-2 pay and benefits to now everything is on my shoulders and my son's pay because they were both with me opening the business and licensed agents as well. But having my boys alongside with me, that is the most amazing because our relationship is just tighter than ever, and I knew I wanted legacy to be inside of my business name because I want to leave that ultimate legacy.
Welcome back to Your Powerful Legacy TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Kristina Kepperling and Rob Kepperling of Powerful Legacy Insurance and Financial Services. And we're taking a peek at what it feels like to work with Rob and Kristina. I can attest to these two. I've known them now for close to 5 years. We've worked together, and I've had client testimonials that we've shared on the show. It's unanimous. Everyone loves these two, and it's for a reason, because they truly, truly care. So, Rob, I have to ask you a question. I know that you ask a lot of questions during that first meeting. Can we talk about why you ask so many questions?
Absolutely. When it all boils down to it, it's because it's important. Getting to know you, getting to know someone, anybody, it's the base, it's the foundation for a great relationship. And this is a relationship. To gather information about you, to know about your family, to know about your wants, how you got where you are today is extremely important. We want to know your strengths. We want to know your weaknesses because that may be something that we can help you with. So by asking and gathering all of this information about you and your family really helps us paint the picture for you, and that's beyond money. We want to look at your finances, but we want to look at your health. We want to look at everything that surrounds you in life that helps us better protect you.
Rob, thank you so much. And Kristina, can I ask you, what are the questions that you ask when someone comes in for the very first time?
Well, it's just like filling out all the paperwork for a financial root canal or colonoscopy. I'm just
okay, perfect. Blood type, all that good stuff.
Yes, indeed. You know, folks, everyone's questions are completely different because we all have a completely different profile. What is it that you're looking to accomplish? Do you have rental property income that's going to be coming in, and what does that look like with taxes once you start filing for Social Security? What about all that money that you've saved with your employer and it's just parked inside of a group plan and you have no idea how to spend that money? Well, we're going to get down to the nuts and bolts of that. Do you still have some debt? We'll talk about that, definitely. Not normally the favorite subject, but I do have a way to make it fun, I promise you. And then we're going to talk about what are those ultimate assets, life insurance, CDs, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, brokerage accounts, what's sitting inside of your bank account. What about your home? Or homes. Some people have multiple properties. What does that look like? So nothing that you won't be able to answer, I promise you. It's not difficult. It just feels like a lot because you've probably never sat down and put all of that together. We do ask more questions than most people do.
And questions are great. That's how you discover someone.
Create clarity, create peace. I mean, how great is that to have everything just down on paper?
Absolutely. And Rob, I think a lot of times people are just apprehensive or nervous to come in because they may have multitudes of accounts and maybe they don't even know where these accounts are. It can be overwhelming. It's a lot to prepare for. What advice do you have for those folks who may be just pausing for that reason?
Absolutely. So I think one of the things you first talk about this is the privacy. People are really, really worried about privacy. And I want to be very clear, any personal information you provide to us is completely confidential. We treat it with the utmost concern and confidentiality. Even when you're a client, we treat that the same way. Now, we have client events where a lot of people get together, and we have a lot of friendships born out of these client events, but your privacy is very important. Now, a lot of people don't have all of their information in one area. And at this stage of life, I think that's extremely important that if you don't now, even if you don't come see us, get that information, have it in one area. Designate one person that knows where it's at. If you're a client of ours, we're going to have most of that information. We're going to have it in our system. And you tell us if something or the unthinkable were to happen to you, who should we reach out to? Who should we talk to let them know everything that you have? Everybody's going to have that one person. So it's extremely important to, at this point, if you don't have everything in one place, take the time right now to gather it.
Okay, perfect. And Kristina, what about people who need help locating these different things? Is that something that you can do? Can you help them?
Yes, I am so good at hunting down money too, because you know, a lot of these times, folks, you started your job 15, 20, 30 years ago, and maybe the person who you were saving your money with, the provider, if you will, or the custodian, has changed 2 or 3 times. Where is that money? What's going on? What if you had other different jobs? So I do want to kind of piggyback off of what Rob had to say. If you do have multiple accounts, we're not looking to take multiple accounts and fit them into a plan. Let's not even talk about that. We're looking to have a plan that's going to fit what you need and then create those accounts to fit that need. That's what that needs to look like in a real holistic plan that's designed just for you. One of my favorite things to see is when you bring in all these documents, we sit down, we have this conversation, you're going to feel a little uptight because it's not fun to talk about, like I said, you know, like a financial root canal or a colonoscopy. But when you leave, I get more hugs when people leave than anything. It's such a great treasure, and the stress will just leave your shoulders. I love watching that because information is very powerful. And just knowing what to expect moving forward, I know that that's going to make you feel that peace that you're looking for.
And Kristina, you have a very special message to deliver to our folks at home today. Let's talk about what that is before we take another commercial break.
Yes, we do. I know for some of you, you're procrastinating. What better time than right this moment to gather all of those documents? I know you want to, because it's very important. And what if the worst came? What if there was a health crisis or, God forbid, a death? We need to make sure that we've got everything in order. Do you know if you're going to have money that's going to last the rest of your life? What does that look like for you? We'd love to put all those things together. Thank you for spending time with us. So we'd like to bless you back with some of our time, offering you a complimentary written financial plan. This consultation costs you nothing. I'm not going to sell you anything. There's nothing for sale at Powerful Legacy. We only properly place people where they belong. If everything is good, we're going to tell you that same thing. Everything's good.
Kristina, thank you so much. And Rob, thank you so much. To our viewers at home, the number to call is on your screen, 877-893-5099. As Kristina mentioned, she knows you want to go gather those financial documents. You should do so now. During this next commercial break, find some of those, because when we come back, we're going to talk about what type of reports are actually run for you. I'm sure you're curious to know what the next step is if you decide to work with your Powerful Legacy. That number to call, once again, is 877-893-5099. If you don't have a pen handy, that's okay. We've made it even simpler. Just grab your smartphone, click on that QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. That will take you right to the landing page for your Powerful Legacy, and you can claim your spot accordingly. You deserve it. The retirement years you want to get right the first time. We'll be right back momentarily.
The people we come in contact with, the stories that they have, the challenges that they face, we can put those pieces of puzzle together for them and truly not just help them, but their generations to come as well. We're in Lexington, Kentucky, and we also have a firm in Louisville, Kentucky. The people that watch our show, listen to the radio shows, word of mouth, everybody has that different challenge, but I think we have common features as far as what we enjoy in life, and that's our family, that's our friends, that's our religion, that's our just our overall beliefs. I think that's what kind of brings us together with our clients. It's not just one thing, it's a multitude of things. My focus is typically on the overall runnings of the firm, making sure everybody's where they need to be, everybody's followed up upon, and generally running as smooth as possible. We don't want to let anything fall through the cracks. We want to make sure everybody is a priority, and we do so. I think you have to have attention to detail. It's their money. It's what they've worked hard for all of their life, and we want to make sure that it's just as important to us as it is to them, whether they have $10,000 or they have $10 million.
Welcome back to Your Powerful Legacy TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Kristina Kepperling and Rob Kepperling of Powerful Legacy Insurance and Financial Services. We're talking all about what happens when you decide to work with Powerful Legacy. What can you expect? Today's show is all about that. Kristina, we mentioned obviously some reports that might be run when people come in, and I know one of the things that you like to do is run a Morningstar report. For our viewers at home that may not be familiar with what Morningstar means, what exactly is that and what are you looking for exactly?
I'm probably not going to give an answer that anyone is expecting, so it's Morningstar, Schmorningstar. You will not understand this report. That's not what it's meant for. It's meant to show you that we do diligence. That's what it's meant to show. At the beginning of this report, one of my favorite things is it is extensive, sometimes over 150 pages, but there's an aggregate section that just puts everything together, shows us exactly what we're looking for, what could be improved to make your plan better. We also run 𝘀𝘁cie. We run this little, basically like a green light, red light, yellow light type report. If something's already good, it's green light, we're going to leave it alone. If something needs a little bit of help, it's going to be yellow, we're going to give it some attention. If something's red, it needs to be changed immediately, I'm going to tell you what that is, whether I'm the person that changes it or not. So looking to give you that information that you're truly seeking, we're going to do diligence behind the scenes. Our team is amazing. That's one of my favorite things. Our team that supports us and brings all of these reports to you to give you the information that I know you deserve to make sure that you're not going to run out of money in retirement. It really is that simple.
Kristina, thank you. Rob, what about the Social Security Optimization Report? Everyone is so curious about Social Security. When do they turn it on? How do they get the most benefit? Talk a little bit about that report, please.
So this report is more important to some than others.
Okay.
But it is a good piece of everybody's retirement plans. And it's a very extensive report. You can see this is going to be well over 20 pages long. It's going to provide you with the information. When is the best time to start drawing Social Security to maximize your total withdrawal? Now, that's not the only piece of this that's going to play a factor in it. You may have some health concerns where you have to start drawing earlier, and that's okay. You have to take that into consideration. People kind of raise their eyes all the time when we ask the question, are your parents still alive? And if they aren't, when did they pass and what did they pass from? Well, this isn't to be insensitive or anything. This is to help give us a scientific wild guess to maybe some complications that they might have in their lives. It helps us determine, do we need to turn this on quicker to be able to maximize that out?
Sure.
On the flip side of that, if you are still working, your tax implications could wash out what you're getting from Social Security. So you may want to wait longer. There may be reasons like taxation to wait. You also could be in a good place to wait because you have a spouse that's not drawing as much. So if you pass away first, your spouse will, at this point in time, receive your benefit. And the larger that is, the better it is for that person.
Just another form of AI. We talk about that.
Yes.
I don't love AI. I don't love smartphones. I like newspapers. I like magazines. I like a paper book in my hands. I'd rather be outside reading something than watching a television. So I've been extremely resistant to AI for one reason. I can run all the reports in the world for someone, but I'm the only one that can clearly look at that person and truly understand what are those needs, those hopes, those dreams, those wishes, the concerns, the risk. AI cannot feel that. You can't read it. There's just no way. I'm much smarter than any of that stuff.
Yes, you are.
And I think about that. What is it that somebody truly needs? They need someone who cares. So no one cares how smart you are or what reports there are. They just want to know that you care. I really care. I had a client one time that said, you probably care more about my money than I do. I sat there, I was like, that's not good. He's like, I'm just kidding. It's because I know you've got it.
Exactly, and because he knows, he knows that you want him to succeed and thrive in retirement. That's your passion. I know, Kristina, off of the show, obviously we've been very good friends for many years now, several years, and that's the one thing that drives you and Rob is to see other people succeed. Nothing makes them happier, so I love that he said that, and it's true.
It's so great. I mean, it's, again, obsessed. I'm completely obsessed with making sure that things are going to be just as great as they can be. There's only one way to do things, which is the right way. And that's something that people are very surprised when they come in for their first appointment, and you'll see us on TV, you might hear us on the radio. When you come in, we're going to do what we say we're going to do. It's really sad that that's surprising, but ever so simply, a handshake still means something. Our word means everything.
Yes.
And if you see us out in public, come up and say hi. We love that.
Yes.
Even if I'm just in yoga pants and a t-shirt, you know, no makeup, holding Zeus, going through,
holding Levi.
Holding Levi, yes, that little Grancy. He's so precious.
He really is. He really is. And Rob, only a couple minutes left, but I want to ask you about the on-track retirement income plan before we close.
Okay, so we've got to make sure that you don't outlive your money. So the on-track retirement plan is going to be all incorporate of several facets of your life. A lot of people don't necessarily get into those questions, right? So is whoever you're working with right now taking into consideration what your Social Security is? Are they even going to bother giving you the advice about that? Are they going to incorporate your medical needs in the future? Because a lot of that is starting to evolve. The older we get, the more things come up. So we're starting to see something. I'm starting to see things with me that I didn't see when I was younger. There's more doctor's visits now.
Shh, don't talk about getting old. That
Well,
stinks.
it's part of life. You stay the same age. You've been the same age for 20 years. So
Thank you very much.
yeah.
It's the Vaseline. Well, when you think about the on-track retirement plan, we use many different components. Retirement roadmap is one of those ways to show the income. The on-track retirement plan is a full holistic plan. If you don't have taxes, inflation, health care, your fees, the volatility of the market and the risk tolerance within it, and so much more. If you don't have all those things together and you don't know exactly what's going to happen, you don't have a plan. So let's sit down and talk about that.
Kristina, thank you so much. And Rob, thank you so much. To our viewers at home, let's sit down and let's talk about it. What is your retirement plan? That number is 877-893-5099, or grab your smartphone, click on that QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. Well, that will take you right to the landing page for Powerful Legacy Insurance and Financial Services. Be safe, be happy, and be blessed. We'll see you back 1 week from today. And most importantly, thank you for spending time with us. Take care.